All right. Welcome to the first episode of the Mexican Hockey League, the MHL. And I'm pretty sure you probably wondering why I decided to do a Mexican Hockey League. Well, if you remember the CBX, the Canadian Basketball Experience, that was a Canadian basketball league that I did with 2K20, I think. Was it 2K20 or 2K21? Anyway, and ever since I wasn't able to go back online to continue that series, I've been thinking about restarting the series and doing a Mexican basketball league. And I was like, so it was probably gonna be the MBX, something like that. And but I didn't really want to have the same issues with the online thing with 2K. So I kind of kept putting it off, and then EA came up with the NHL 23, and I said, hey, ding, why don't I have a Mexican hockey league? He said, but Mexico don't play hockey. That makes it even better because it's something definitely different. So I said, well, hell, let's go for it then. Let's go for it. So what I decided to do was I was plotting and scheming before I actually got the game. And because most of the teams in this league, well, I'm not really sure if I can say most. I can say a large percentage of these teams was going to be basketball teams. So, but instead they're going to be hockey teams. So, and that's not the first time I had to make adjustments like that. So, anyway, this video here, we're going to introduce the teams and get a look at a uniforms. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. The last video was kind of like a trailer, and the actual action footage that you seen was what I guess you would call the preseason tournament, which is gonna be part of the Dynasty here, but in future off season, the preseason tournament will only be teams that didn't make the playoffs the previous season. So anyway, that's one little thing. So now we want to get to the fun part and checking out all the teams. All right, now keep in mind that when I first came, before I had the game, I already had the idea for the names of most of the teams. There was only a couple of teams that I made after I got the game. So that's one thing. So that's why you're gonna see two logos with each team. You're gonna see the logo that's in the game that's gonna be actually on the uniform, and then you're gonna see the logo of the help me out now, of my original idea that I had for the logo. And with the names, some of the naming I had to abbreviate and do a number of different things. All the teams is gonna have Ajax in front of them, and I'll get to that later. But for right now, for the most part, this is how I had to do it. So let's get to it with the showing off the teams. Okay, first of all, bear with me, please, because some of these names I cannot pronounce. Okay, so we starting off with the Cancun, uh, Nightwing. Uh, there was, like I said, there was a team that I already made before, and this is a basic, different shade of black, a little bit of gray, and a weird shade of yellow. And as you can see, you looking at the alternate uniforms right here. So you see we're gonna show you the home, the away, and the alternate because they only have 3 uniforms, which is cool. And as you can also see, we did the metallic gloves and helmets on the alternate uniforms. So, and as you see, Nightwing. All right, then we have the Mexico City Luchadors, and this is the abbreviation for Mexico City CDMX, the Luchadors. And as you can see, they kind of have a NHL vibe to them, with that shade of blue and the white, and doing a little gray to trim off, and I had to improvise with the mask right there. I know it more look like Jason, but all the luchadors, they wear masks. So there you go. And there's the home, and basically it just look like a basic hockey team. And now we're looking at the alternate. They wearing gray, and like I said, we're gonna have those metallic gloves and helmets on the alternate uniforms, and that's luchadors. Now we have the Chihuahua Lobos. Now, for those who don't know, Chihuahua is an actual city in Mexico. And we got the Lobos. Yeah, I should have called them the werewolves though. But anyway, there you go. Basic gray with black and red trim, and a little thing at the bottom going with the red and black going across at the bottom of the jersey. I like that. And then there's the white away jersey with the black and red trim. Oh, and this is the very first team that I actually did in the game, the Lobos. And you can see their alternate, and black jersey with the gray sleeves, red socks. Got the metallic gloves. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know how often I'm gonna use the alternates. Okay, now we have the Cozumel King Tigers. They're the King Tigers. Didn't have enough room to put King on there. And as you can see, this was supposed to be like a off shade of orange, but I can't really tell you what that color actually is. But I threw some black on it. And there you go. And because they saber tooths, I said, hey, that's like the baddest tiger ever was, right? So King Tigers. And they got stars on the side of the pants, but it just came out that way. And let's see the alternate with the black jersey, and then off shade of, I really don't know. That's one of the colors that I made up trying to do something different, because you can create different shades of different colors and stuff, and there you go. All right, that's now we got the Durango Wildcats. As you can see, I had to leave the eye out because I ran out of room. And these are Wildcats. Cat with big teeth. And there you go. Whoa, this is definitely something different. A light shade of orange, a very light shade of green, like almost like a lime, and a pinkish light color, just all mixed together. And I was trying to match the logo. You know, didn't want to have different colored logos with the uniform. So there you go. And you look at the logo, and I can see we got the white jersey, and then the alternate all pink. So they'll probably wear this in October. It's all pink, man. They got some orange trim, a little lime, but like I said, it's different. They pretty much stand out with some of the other teams. But I think you're starting to see a pattern here with the alternate uniforms. Now we have, oh man, oh man, I can't pronounce this for nothing. Every time when I get it in my head, I can't seem to get Guadalajara. Did I say that right? Guadalajara. Okay. Yeah, I'd always have trouble pronouncing that one. But they're the Coyotes. I'm sorry, man. It's going to take me a minute to be able to really be able to pronounce some of these names. That's just the way it is with me, man. I'm not what you call eloquent. But anyway, I do like these uniforms here. Little brown, look, three different shades of brown. See, that's one good thing I like about this game, that you can really play with the color schemes. And I was able to basically play with 3 different shades of brown. And as you see, got the away jersey, and now we got the alternate jersey. And what I was getting at with the jerseys is, you can see that a lot of them just got a little symbol, and they got a little letter, and that letter is the first letter of the name of the city that they play for. So, and they just got different styles, but they still look what you call uniform, like they all in the same league. Now we got the Laredo Ice Owls. This is the second team that I came up with, and I wanted them to be completely different with their red, a light shade of green, and just looking at the uniform and seeing this is doing a lot. It's not just what I would call a basic hockey look from the old days of, when I used to be kind of into hockey a little bit. I was always a Rangers fan myself. Back when they won, when was that? Shoot. Back in the 90s when they won that championship. Mark Messier and Richter and all them other guys. Shoot, that's when I was into hockey. I kind of fell off over the years. But hey, I like the Ice Owls right here. They got a different flavor. I just threw that black in there on the alternate just to be a little different. And then we have the Mexicana Rojos, which just mean reds, but really the name of the team is the Red Knees, which is a type of spider in Mexico. A red knee spider is what it is. Anyway, I try to do the sleeves like a spider web, give it a spider web like vibe, almost like like the Spider-Man, like look. Put a mask on, he can almost pass. And then try to keep the same look, with the away, and throw the little stripes going down the side. Just try to give it a spider vibe to the uniform. Um, don't know how well I done that. And looking at the alternative, alternate. I don't know why we want to say alternative. I want to say alternative, but it's alternate. And yeah. All right. Now we're gonna move on to the next team, which is the Mexico City Generals, which is about the only thing that I could actually find. And as you can see, they look like, to me, they look like an NHL team. They look like, they can be like a Montreal Canadiens uniform or New York Rangers uniform. So they got that kind of vibe going with that, and that's what I was kind of aiming for too. With the two different shades of blue and then the red. That's kind of what I was aiming for, because like I said, the Rangers is my favorite team. I like the Canadians too. Back in the day when I was into it, and you got the away jerseys. And you just got the little, the big stripe going down the middle and the logo. I said, hey man, that's cool. And then we went with the red. We want to do red. Got the big shield. So yeah, we had two teams that's in the city in Mexico City, or the federal district, the capital city. So it's one of the biggest cities in the world. I think it's the biggest city on this side of the earth. So why wouldn't they have two teams? They almost had three. Oh. And there's the Generals. So now we have the Miami Vice. I've been working on this team for a while, and if I had still had that Canadian League, this would have been a basketball team. So the Miami Vice. So I said, well, it's a Mexican league, but I'm gonna need a couple of non-Mexican teams. So here's one from Miami, and there you go. I got the purple and the gold with a little pink trim. And we just went with the shield. Miami Vice, the cops. The police, the Vice Squad. Anyway, and then here's they away uniform, which is kind of cool. I like their away uniform. I'm not quite sure if it's ranked on one of my top favorites though. Sorry, I got the video playing of me getting a snot beat out of me against the Oregon State with Eugene. Yeah. Anyway, getting back to where we are here, like I said, the alternate. So then that's like a second team that got a lot of pink, and now we got the Monterey Jacks. This was gonna be a basketball team, but the Monterey Jack, basically a Jack Russell, for those who don't know, is a type of dog. So, and there you go. Two shades of brown. Got a darker shade of brown than the last team with brown, and got the logo, and then got trims going down the side, going around, the white trim going around. So I like that. And so it's kind of different, but still kind of uniform with some of the other teams. And there's the away jerseys. With the Jack Russells, ladies and gentlemen. but we just call them the Jacks. We just Jacks. And then we use that lighter shade of brown for the alternate, with those brown metallic gloves and helmet. Is it looking good? Monterey Jack. All right. So now, Monterey is also got two teams. They have the Monterey Wolf Pack, but I couldn't get Wolf on here, but it's the Wolf Pack. And you see the Wolf got shades. He wears sunglasses at night, and a different shade of brown compared to the Russells, but they got that green and that black thrown in there. So kind of look like the Lumberjacks from the CBX. Y'all remember the Lumberjacks? Saskatchewan, wasn't it? Yeah, Saskatchewan. And there's the white jersey uniform. Got the brown gloves and the black helmet. Oh, and keep in mind, I hadn't addressed any of them so far, but and like they got the green too. But keep your eye on the X Factor players on these teams, because they do show the X Factors. I got to say that slower so I can say it properly. But yeah, they do show them over here on the right, next to the team. Playa del Carmen, the Snow Falcons. Playa del Carmen Snow Falcons. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite cities in the world, Playa del Carmen, down in Mexico. And they are the Snow Falcons. And as you can see, once again, different shades of brown and some black in there with the logo. And then I got the little stripy thing coming up. I think they're the only one that got that little stripy thing coming up. And then you see it's a 3-layer stripy thing right there on the way. And then one of the shade of brown is the on the alternate, Playa del Carmen. And as you can see, they have 2 X Factors on the team. I'm sorry I didn't talk about any of the X Factors on the other squads, but I wasn't even thinking about it, to be honest. It just hit me when I was looking at the Wolf Pack, and I was like, oh yeah, by the way, just check out the X Factors, guys. And some teams don't have them. Okay, hold on here. Okay, let me see if I can get this right. Puerto Vallarta. All right. The Beach Bums. The Beach Bum. That's what I call them. I couldn't find something that looked like a beach bum, so I had to go with a wave. Like, yeah, dude. Anyway, got the black, gray, a little bit of blue, and the Beach Bum. This would have been a basketball team too, but I would have put them. I was gonna put them in Cancun. But yeah, the Beach Bums. I like the uniforms though. They home and away, really like. And their alternate is not so bad. We got that gray. I love that gray. Got that blue and that gray. I think they was in when they in the trailer. I think I tried to put all the teams in the trailer, but may have missed one. Now here's another one that I have trouble. Querétaro. Anyway, Querétaro. The Q, or as they're known as the Queso Cowato. If you know what that is, that's a serpent god. Mexican, I'm not gonna use the word folklore, but myth. Yeah, something to that degree. But the Quetzalcoatlus, but I just put the Q on the So we got the green, we got the red, got a little trim of black. If you look on the trailer, you see that the logo was a little different. Cause I had to go back. I went back and added the black around the circle because it was white and it wasn't looking good on the away jersey. So yeah, I went back and did that. So yeah, I did a couple of little adjustments. And then you got the red uniforms and the alternate. Querétaro. I think they gonna be one of the better teams. I could be mistaken, but I feel like they gonna be one of the better teams. Querétaro. And then we have one of the teams that I just came up putting this thing together. They was one of the ones that I just came up with to even the league out. San Diego Wings. San Diego, they don't have any sports teams. Well, they still got the Padres, but got the Wings. And as you saw, they was the one that won that preseason tournament. And it was all, I had how many teams was in that tournament? 16. There's 16 teams in the tournament, and then I put the other 4 teams in their own little thing, so I could try to get everybody on the trailer video, at least a glimpse here, a glimpse there. I don't know if I did get everybody, but I tried to put everybody. But as you can see, the captain there, Mr. Crown, the one that hoisted the preseason trophy. And like you say, I like their uniforms, man. San Diego. Hopefully the non-Mexican teams are not going to dominate the league. I'm hoping that don't be the case. But hey, you win. Alright, now we have the Santa Fe Defrost. As you can see, I'm missing an E. But the Defrost, this was another team that I just made on the spur of the moment. Trying to even out the league. Because I had to even it to 20 teams. Because when I originally was going to do it, it's going to be like 15 or 16 teams. But hey, this is the most unique team, the most different team. I mean, I just said, forget it. I just went all crazy with these stripes. Yellow, red, orange. Because, those are the colors that I see when I look at the sun. When they show pictures of the actual sun. So that's what I threw on the uniform. Yellow, red, and orange. And the defrost. Oh, they be melting the ice. Oh, there's their away uniform. And like I said, the most unique. And I think I got different logos too. And there's the alternate. As you can see, there's a difference between the two uniforms, with the red being at the top on this one. Then you got the yellow on top on the regular one. So yeah, it may not look like a difference when you first glance at them when they are separated, but when you compare them, you can see the difference. See, and a couple of X factors. Oh, the players. The players. Although I did make up a number of players, and then we got the Tampico Bite. Originally, as you can see, the logo, the bite was supposed to be a Chihuahua, but they didn't have a Chihuahua on the game. They had a Bulldog, so there you go. And the China. Well, look at the color scheme. Different shades of brown. I don't know what that shade is supposed to be, but hey, it's different to a degree. And plus, it's also uniform with some of the other teams. So, but yeah, I guess I can go over the rosters later. Yeah, I'm gonna do the rosters later. The idea of the players, because some of them are custom, and some of them actually came in the game, but they come from different leagues. And I try not to get anyone over, over a certain number, because I wanted to. Most of the teams are like not strong. You know what I mean? They like, there's a couple of teams that's in the 50s overall. Most of them are in the 40s, and then there's a couple that's in the 30s overall. So we want to build from there, because the roster is only 20 players deep. There might be 2 teams that got 21 because they got 3 goalies. So, another one of the teams that did well in the preseason tournament is the Thunder Bay Lightning. Yeah, I had to throw a Canadian team in here, Thunder Bay, which is fast becoming one of my favorite cities in Canada, and I've never even been there. But I came with the Thunder Bay Lightning. I said, yeah, I need a Canadian team, so I had to pick Thunder Bay and Lightning. Thunder, Lightning made sense to me at the time. So we got 2 different shades of blue and that yellow, and we just let it do what it do, almost like a lightning strike. And that logo really pops on that away jersey. It just jumps out at you. So yeah, I like this one. And and they got the best player in the league. I think he's the only one with that high number, and that's Captain Morgan, or how you say, our friend Morgan. We call him Captain, or is the Captain? We call him Morgan. How it go? I don't remember, man. I'm gonna tell you, I've been thinking about when I first came up with the idea for a hockey league in Mexico. That song been in my head the whole time to do an intro video. All right, now we in Tijuana, the Cuba crop. Man, come on now, the Cuba croppers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Shit. Pardon my language, but there you go, the goat suckers. There you go. And like you said, a weird shade of green, a little bit of red, another off shade of red, a very off shade of red. It's almost like a dark pink. And like you said, got the little sleeves coming down, looking different. almost like almost like they wearing a vest to their jersey. And then there you go, there's the away, looking cool, looking different from the rest of the league. I think they're like the third team I came up with. And they got a couple of X factors. I think they're both goalies though. Then they got the red uniforms. All right, and that's gonna do it. We're gonna catch you in the next video where we're gonna go over the league structure and we're gonna go over the rosters, and we'll be ever so closer to getting this thing started. So until then, you have a good one. Thanks for watching. We out.